Hello, and once again, welcome to the Megaman Legacy Collection Part 4, and that means Megaman 4. Last time we found out that this sneaky Soviet scientist shenaniganist Dr. Cossack was not the bad guy at all. Well, he was forced to be a bad guy, and that means it's our old friend with wild hair and wiggly eyebrows, Dr. Wiley again, Albert. To his friends, although he's probably a rude asshole. And he has of course a skull level of the skull castle, magnificent, and the first level of it is actually quite interesting as it's a real mother of all gimmick levels in Mega Man franchise. I would say in themed levels, as there is some pyramids and water places, glaciers and all that. This is the most themed in that there's only one kind of enemy in this level. Although that means of course the mascot thing, hard hats or mets or however you call it, and they're all variations. We already seen those normal ones which shoot triangular face and walk at you, and then we see those which dance ballet or something, and now we're seeing those which actually are underwater because they have snorkels, so those snorkels shouldn't actually be useful underwater. You would have to be near surface to actually use the to get benefits from snorkel, but then again, it's nothing. And of course, this being water phase means there's spikes in it, making it a bit tricky, as you can water physics do play. But that's nothing, and you saw me use the rush marine, and only that time it's actually useful, and these block puzzles came back, or have come back, but luckily there's wire adapter, which we can be used to do some and of course there's a bit of a typical platforming timing, so I used the wire again. Nothing unexpected or out of ordinary in that. And oh hello, you're dancing ballet. Didn't it hurt your toes? Actually, one of the smart people, somebody said that you ballet dancers' legs are a real nice thing to see, but you don't want to see their feet. No, they have to deform and shape their feet to get to be real good at that craft. Probably knowing how grueling training that is, I'm not envious of them at all. But the wall level has been met, so what do we face? Oh, a giant one! And actually this is can be quite tough boss, even though it is simplistic, as it hits hard. It comes out from the hole and it tries to smash you, and it doesn't actually try, it actually does it quite bloody well, as it causes lots of damage to you. And while it's at it, it also drops some extra mets to do some perils at you, and of course the ground shakes after you once he hits the dirt. And actual timing of that dodge is a bit difficult. Actually, this I think is one of the more difficult bosses to face in Mega Man series, in the sense that it's very simple, but what it does what it does so good that it doesn't need to do anything fancy. It just jumps and stomps, and it does it really, really well, and you have very, very hard time dodging it. But it went down. And of course the Dr. Wiley's theme is still nice. Although why he doesn't use any of those big guns and that kind of things to crush Mega Man before he's even arrived. This looks like a long level. And it still has this uncharacteristically cheerful music, and lots, and knowing there weren't so much spikes in previous levels, now they are bringing them back at big time. And I still have 8th energy tank, so I'm not gonna risk getting that one, although I was tempted. And of course there are these worm things falling out of the ground, puzzle blades which are dangerous, but nothing so dangerous that you can't defeat them. And of course there'll be this. To do this you must use either coil or balloons or a jet. There's no way to jump that. That was a bit of a dead end. And Eddie's gone already, and he gave me weapon energy, which is nice but not so necessary. At least it was big weapon energy. And of course I hadn't mentioned about the ring boomerang, that is a good weapon in this game. Of course any Megaman weapon which has this nice green color scheme is a good weapon. Although green ain't my favorite color, it still looks very good on Megaman. Actually, I think every one of those more single colored, like the basic color of blue, light blue and black, dark royal blue, or that one with same, but green, or the flash stoppers purple one. I'm not gonna bother fight these bad things. Oh yes. And of course there's that skull dropping thing, but damn it. Well, on these things, that's a bit of a tricky, but a bit. Oh, I wish I would have some sort of item which would make it easier to refill these weapons without having to change to them. Some spiky jumpings, nothing too difficult. Of course, they could have put a bottomless pit or some magma there, but they decided to put up spikes, which, well, they work their obstacle, just like bottomless pits. And this is also one of those, actually it's quite big and scary looking thing. Although this thing's scariness is not in its attacks, which are quite easily telegraphed, but in its efficiency. It is a small gap, which actually is not accurately at that green spot. It's actually a little bit lower under those eyes. Let's see what's the weapon which hurts him probably real good. Oh, it's the ring boomerang. That hurts it quite well. And with its weakness abused, this thing, whatever spitty bastard thing, has been destroyed. And as we yet have not reforked Robot Masters, I think this might be the level where we actually face them. So let us go and find out. I still have time to do that. And they changed, and the music's changed to actually much better one. This is has much more of menacing and aggressive tone, building up the fight, which is inevitably coming and probably quite epic. Oh, and these things, they're a real nasty place for me. That this game is quite difficult to actually try to get without getting hit through this game. I don't know if it's even possible. At least it should be, at least in theory, possible. Practice is of course a completely different thing. But let's see. Oh, already. Looks like there's some sort of teleporting pod. And long drop downwards. And we will face the Robot Masters next time. See ya!